Stadium. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaVell Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the BYU Cougars kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Wildcats offense will take the field first. C.J. Baxter, he is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There's so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
Looking to throw on third. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Kentucky right back to the line. First carry of the season for this transfer. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes
he's got it way down the field. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Baxter. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Running inside, it's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that. Gets it out fast. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year that teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're
turning it on. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. He's up to 57 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Fights off the defender. Man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run inside. It's Baxter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Wildcats moving quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about the play by the big defensive? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This is just what they wanted, a quick start, nothing lead, and now they have the ball back. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it to him on the screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Rush is on him. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Quick strike complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open, makes the catch. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Had to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to...
Snags it, and there's running room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line.
And that's why, through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilmore.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Off the RPO, complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Wants to throw it. The sure hands, it's Gilmore.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Makes a catch. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Pulls it in. It's Lyons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Might be calling a hot route. Shotgun snap on third down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fires to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Touchdown, Cougar! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. This will likely be the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Checking in with the BYU head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys?
All right, Holly. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. That's caught, it's Phillips. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
And the third down pass is incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Running inside, it's Barnes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Kentucky will be forced to punt. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Martin. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got the quick pass, and BYU will get the first down.
Yeah, and punts just aren't going to get this team back in the game. That was the problem early. It's not able to convert on 3rd downs, but a really good job there. Nice execution. That should really help their confidence moving forward.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Dumps it off in the flats. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. A man still down after that last play. There's an injured BYU Cougar. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Kentucky going quickly. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Nice job by this defense, man. They've really answered the bell. This offense had a good first half. Second half, man, starting to put a couple of drives together, pressuring the quarterback, getting the sack, making this offense feel uncomfortable.
Hauls it in at the 25, and the returner will be dragged down. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeier.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The run inside. It's Martin. There's a crease. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try it over the left side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Firing to the right, complete. At the 40, there he goes. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Wildcats are right back on top.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention.
They'll have a first down here. Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got it behind the line, it's Lyons. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's got it. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. He wants to throw it again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catch. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No fair catches here, looking for room. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Back to the ground with the running back. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively.
Makes the catch and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Wildcats, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They got nothing on the last play, it's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ivory. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the quarterback takes a knee.